was about
for
to say, could
just
you
starting
not give
now.
us like a countdown? Like five, four,
No, that's not. We
three,
just do our secret
two,
YouTube time,
one. We're
and
on, Gemma. Oh, there's still secret YouTube time.
it's no. This is YouTube time because this is where only the YouTube people will know what's going on. But we're live now, and I'm using
I
my
feel
radio
like I should
voice.
have like a special joke for YouTubers where I reveal a letter each time, and then if they can work out what it spells, I'll give
Yeah,
them a gift. I don't know what that gift could be, but
I still have to make my transition over to XSplit. I haven't done that yet. I'm very bad. I'm sorry.
why
Uh,
are you going over to XSplit?
so
Tell
that
all of the people
we are
who are
doing
on.
that, we are making the move to XSplit specifically so that we can show Gemma's face. Because unfortunately, OBS Broadcaster has like you know how way back when they wanted to put the clipper chip in television so that things that were inappropriate your parents could make sure you couldn't watch it. And I don't know if they ever did that, but OBS has the same thing. It
What?
just won't let me show British people.
Oh, I
It's just
see.
not
I've
allowed.
never even heard of this
It's
thing.
just not
Okay,
allowed.
I was,
It's bad.
huh.
So
Fair enough.
we're switching to XSplit because XSplit does not have this blockage. XSplit will allow us to show British people on the stream,
Hmm.
and it's good. Everyone likes it. Everyone loves it. It's best. And that way we'll be able to bring Gemma on and have her face and have my face and have
Yay.
dueling faces. Our faces can have a face off, like the fine movie starring Nicolas Cage.
Oh, the
Uh,
one time Nicolas Cage is going to be the bad guy, but it's okay because they worked out how
because
to
it's
make him the good
secretly
guy
John
still.
Travolta. So we can talk a little bit about stuff we've been doing. We don't have a huge show for you all today because it's a little late and because we've been a little like thrown off kilter. I
You've
had an
been spring
amazing.
cleaning.
I know I've been doing crazy amounts of cleaning, which I had to do today. I had an amazing trip down to Dallas. Well, what happened? The trip down to Dallas was like, I don't know how to describe. It was like it was the worst when I was going at the airport. And then once I got off the plane in Dallas, it was super awesome, and everyone down there was awesome, and we had a great time. And I can talk more about that, but it was great. And then as soon as I got back to the airport, it was actually went to like a pretty okay time. And then
Hmm.
on the plane, it became the worst time again. It was terrible.
Oh, so I feel like the location wasn't the problem. The destination wasn't the problem. It was, were you flying United? I've heard bad things
No,
about
no, no.
them.
I was flying Delta.
Oh, I don't enjoy Delta actually.
I
Delta, one of my hated companies.
see
To
Delta
be
just
honest,
means
all
change.
American carriers are cheap and nasty.
Ooh.
They
That's
are
them's
though. You
fighting
know, I
words
mean,
for our
what's
beloved carriers such as
do you,
no
yeah, but
one.
do you have a luxury carrier?
It's called a private jet. Welcome
Right, you
to
see.
income inequality. Private jets are what we fly when we fly our luxury car. Now I'll
I
tell
do
the
know a lot of
story.
Americans like flying Virgin Atlantic. Actually, I have heard that.
I liked. People have said good things about JetBlue. Someone said I
Oh,
like JetBlue personally.
JetBlue's a low cost though.
They started out low cost. I used to not like them, but the last few
Huh.
times I've flown JetBlue, I've had a pretty good time. I am not going to bring bias into it. I've had a decent time flying JetBlue.
I'd just like to point out that no one has paid us to say any of this,
No,
by
we
the
don't, we
way.
don't have no association with the airlines in
There
any
are
way, shape, or
many
form.
airline carriers for which you can choose.
Um,
There is no approved Mahjong player airline carrier. However, if someone wants to make one, I'm pretty
Yeah,
happy
we
to
will
plug
we will
you away.
shill the hell out of that if there's time. But we
I
don't
will
we don't
sell
yeah,
out.
we don't get any money for it. So no, I was flying Delta, and I can tell my story. I got to the airport, and when I got there, they were like, "Your flight is delayed 2 hours." So I'm like, "Okay, well, actually no, I'm going to be a little fair." I got to the airport, and I was running like 5 or 10 minutes late. I had like 50 minutes to the flight. I was a little nervous, but I had gotten my global entry pass, and I did TSA pre-check, and I was through that security line in 1 minute. It was amazing. That was one shining like great thing that happened. That was the
Was it
last
a
good thing that was
shiny
going to
white
happen
face?
that day. No, it was because I'd already let them inspect my background. I don't know. I can only vouch for my own experiences. But it was good.
Fair enough.
And this was LGA LaGuardia. And so I'm there. I get through. I get to the gate. They're like, "Your flight's been delayed 2 hours." I'm like, "Oh, that's no good." And then they're like, "Actually, your flight's been undelayed. It's back on time, but we have a smaller airplane, so we need 9 volunteers to get off the airplane." And they actually made me do this, and this actually bothers me a lot. They made me do this when I checked in. They were like, "We might need volunteers, so how much would you bid to get kicked off the airplane?" And you actually have to put in the dollar amount you would bid. So it's a great way to get people to like undercut themselves.
What the hell?
I
It's
know.
like a Dutch auction.
I know. It's a toy auction. That was a Dutch joke. I made.
Yeah, I actually, Kagaksha has put an amazing joke on the chat, which I don't think will come across well
Rian
if I
Peiko
try to
Air.
say
Oh
it.
yeah, because Ryanair in
Ryanair,
yeah,
Bian Air.
that is a good one. That is good. Uh, so
But
so
my feelings of the Ampeko though, that I think it's the
that it
the
never
yaku that if
happens.
you get, you die.
Yeah, you'll just
So I wouldn't
immediately
be getting
die.
on that airline.
So so I had bid $400. I was like, for $400, I'll because the other thing is I was flying down a day early.
$400?
Yeah.
No, no, you want to be putting status miles on there, man.
No. I would take.
No, status, tier
What? You
status is
can't
worth
get that. They
way
won't give it
more
to you.
than
They won't give it to you. They'll
they're
only
willing.
give you money, and they'll give you money in the form of a voucher you have
They
to bring
willing.
back to
They're
them.
really desperate.
They're never that desperate because you'll always
Oh,
find
they
some
only give you
chump.
vouchers. Wow.
There will always be some chump who'll be like, $50, sign me up. So like you can never you can never really get a lot of them. But I put $400 down because I was flying down a day early. I was planning on hanging out in Dallas for a day, but I was like, you know what, $400 like for that, I'll fly tomorrow. That's okay. That's fine. Let someone who really needs a
Yeah.
seat get there, and then I'll hang out. But so they're like, okay, that's cool. All you have to do is wait till the plane boards. You can't leave. We're not going to do the deal. You have to wait till the plane boards, and only then will we do the deal. So I'm like, okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
So my on-time flight, which was leaving on time, is at the gate, and I wait there for another 2 hours. Don't worry, the flight's on time. It's going to depart about 2 hours before the current time, but it's still on time. And they move us to a different gate, and then they're like, well, we don't have a plane for you anymore.
Huh.
And then they're like, well, we also don't have a crew for you anymore. And then they move us to another gate, and then they're like, well, now we found a crew. And they're like, well, now we found a plane. And then they move us to yet another gate, and they're like, okay, everyone, time to get on the plane. And I'm
Yeah.
like, so you know how 2 hours ago I was like, hey, we made a deal about me not being on this plane and going tomorrow? What's up with that? And they're like, no, this plane's big enough. We don't need any volunteers. And
Okay.
I'm like, well, you say that, but you have a waiting list of 32 people ready to go standby. And some of
Yeah.
these people have been sitting here for like multiple days. They've been in LaGuardia for like 2+ days, which if you've never been to LaGuardia, imagine like a nursing home. And then imagine it being like completely overfilled with people. Like it's miserable. It's a terrible place. You don't want to be there. Some dude like passes out in the middle of this because it's incredibly hot because they have so many people in such a small area. There's no ventilation. Like it's craziness. The woman in front of me online is like crying and begging the gate agent to let her on the aircraft because she's diabetic
Oh my
and she
god.
doesn't have any insulin left. And I'm like, can you just
What's the
do
matter
the
with you? It sounds
thing?
like a refugee camp.
This is
not
what
like
happens
a...
in American airports when things get out of whack. It is basically a refugee camp. And I'm like, can you just do the thing you said you would do for me before? Like, just put me on the plane tomorrow and then let someone, maybe even this lady who's dying of lack of insulin, like, I don't know, put someone else who needs to get out of here, like, on the plane now. And they're like, no, we won't
Yeah.
do it. And here's the deal, buddy. They're like, okay, you either get on this plane right now or you don't fly until Tuesday.
What? Like,
Yeah.
what is the
People are
matter with
talking.
your, like, have they heard about customer service?
They heard about it. They didn't really want much to do with it.
Apparently not. That's terrible.
So I had to get on the plane. I'm like, okay, well, I can either just ditch this whole tournament or I can, like, figure out what to do. So I got on the plane.
And some woman said dying of lack of insulin.
Well,
I
all
mean,
those folks
diabetic
got together
reaction.
and they got a full refund of their ticket, at least. They got that much. And they got themselves a van. That's a 24-hour drive to Dallas, but they did it.
Wow.
Yeah, I did a 24-hour drive to Dallas. I kind of,
Huh.
I almost wanted
It
to
makes
go
it
with them
makes
just because it
everything
seemed
an hour.
interesting.
You remember I was delayed going to Boston?
Yeah,
They gave me £400 just for that delay. It was what, 2.5 hour delay?
yeah. What do you mean?
They
What
just
is that
gave
is
me
not
they-
interesting? This is a very interesting conversation, Mr. Skeltel.
It's not very mahjong related though.
not
Tell
mahjong
tell me
related.
tell me about the tournament in
The
Dallas.
actual tournament in Dallas is miserable.
I like because Donnie gave updates online, which was really
I
nice.
can't
Nice
believe we have
photos
a
as well.
heckler. I can't believe we have a heckler. Is misery interesting to you? How dare you? How dare you? I
Yeah,
have
misery
too been in
is-
the car for more than
misery
6
is-
hours.
You have to say what people are saying in case people are not
I'm sorry.
reading
Mr.
that.
Skeltel's accusing me of not understanding what it's like to be in a car for more than 6 hours. Let me tell you something. I have taken multi-hour drives. I drove once with someone who was almost crazy. They like hit some kind of road cylinder. They were like out of control. They didn't know their left from their right. They tried to do like a K-turn in front of the entrance of the Holland Tunnel. It was insane. It was insane. And I
A
survived
K-turn?
it.
What's a
barely.
K-turn?
It's when you do the turn and then you stop and you back up to the next part of the turn. And then you
Oh,
do
3-point
yeah,
turn.
3 point turn, also called a K turn. People call it that sometimes. I'm not claiming any kind of like lingual
A
mastery. I'm just
K-turn,
saying that's
I
a term that's
guess.
sometimes
What?
used.
Like K-turns are only 2 points.
Is it?
Well, a K has only got two arms.
I have actually driven with them again. They got a little less crazy. I forced them
Anyway,
to. I
so
forced them
tell us
to.
about the tournament. How did you do?
The tournament.
Did you reach, did you reach the final table? Did anything exciting happen? I heard
So
there were plenty of man.
I'll talk a little bit about the tournament. We had a good time at the tournament. It was really nice. Donnie had gotten us set up in the local convention center. It was in Grapevine, Texas. So, for those who don't know, there's Dallas Fort Worth is like an area. It's like a zone. There's Dallas and there's Fort Worth. And they used to be two separate towns, but then kind of like Tokyo and Yokohama, like they both grew. And so now there's like
Oh,
Dallas Fort Worth. They're kind of together and they're meshed together by this huge area called like the Metroplex, which they want to sound really cool. And it's full of all these little like suburban-ish townships that are in the middle, and it's kind of like a whole urban zone. So
hmm
the tournament was in Grapevine, which is in kind of like the northish, center-ish part of the Metroplex.
hmm
Very nice area. So Donnie had it. So the night before, I met up with some folks. We went to get some
So
barbecue for dinner.
Donnie is the gentleman who's in charge of the Dallas
Yes, he is.
Mahjong
Yes, he
Club.
is.
Club.
Donnie Clark. He's in charge of Dallas Fort Worth
Donnie
Mahjong.
Club.
He set up the whole tournament. Did really great. Yeah, so we did. I got some barbecue the night before because I'm like, well, I'm in Texas. I better get some barbecue. And I did, and it was delicious. It was really delicious. It was amazing.
And the
Um,
first time I've had brisket actually was in Texas, and it was something
ooh,
else amazing. It was really good.
yeah. So I ate a lot, and then I went to sleep, and then I got up in the morning, and we went over to the tournament. And so we were in the Grapevine Convention Center. We had 4 tables there. We'd almost had 20 people, but a bunch of folks at the last minute had problems, so we were down to 16.
Yeah, it
Um,
happened.
it happened, but it was good. It was very well organized, very well run. Everything went right according to schedule. We did great.
Hmm
I came out of the first day doing pretty well. I believe my placements first day were second, first, second, first.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
I done good, but Daniel was doing much better actually. Daniel really shot to the top of the rankings first
Daniel
day.
is scary when he's on his game. That boy
Yeah.
really is
When he gets
terrifying when he's
going, he gets going. And then
very aggressive play style, I think, though.
yeah, I think my
Daniel.
oh yeah, he can get in trouble if he deals with people who can like counter what he's doing.
Right, but
Um,
definitely, but for tournaments, a very aggressive play style is the right way to do it. I mean, you have
it
so
can be,
few
yeah.
hand chance to prove that you can get the points, you know?
Yeah, you might as well go
Yeah.
for it. You might as
But
well
it
go
does, it
for it.
terrifies me something goes on the table. I'm like, whoa, Daniel, he plays Mahjong as he speaks, it's just full pelt.
Yeah. So it came out of the first day in pretty decent position. It was again a good tournament. Everyone pretty on their game. Um, Good balance of offense and defense. Good skill level being shown. Second day, not my day. Second day, I went. What was it? I went third and then second. And that
Hmm.
final second, I was second by 400 points. It was a really close game. That was a really good game.
Ooh, but
Um,
that's nice in a way, though. It's not
yeah.
like,
It was
yeah.
good. It was great. I made the top cut, but
So you're
then
on the final table?
no. I made the cut to the top eight.
Ah, at the top 8 cut,
And
okay.
then in the play of the top eight, I got another third. So I didn't make it to the final table.
So just for everyone's benefit, how was the format of the tournament?
Oh, okay. So the format of the tournament was the first 6 hanchan were kind of a free for all, just round robin.
Yep.
Everyone plays everyone. After the first 6, the top 8 get cut out. The top 8 get their scores halved, and then it was played, and the tables were arranged. What was it? It was 1, 8, 4, 5,
Hmm
and then 2, 7, 3, 6. So they were about even point number wise on each table. The Yakumans
Okay.
actually all happened before the cut.
hmm
So we had, I think we
Okay.
had 2 Suankos and a
Two
Kokshi.
swaggle. Two suankos. Like, not even the common kokushi.
No,
Suanko.
two Suankos and a Kokshi all
Not even
happened.
your commonly found kokushi.
Common,
They're the
your
suanko.
average Kokshi. It's a very basic Kokshi. Nothing much happens.
It's not like a mega yaku.
No, it's not. It's no kind of mega. No, it's just basic. It's just a basic Kokshi.
Yeah.
So that actually, the overall winner of the tournament got herself out of negatives and into the cut by making that Kokshi.
Oh,
She launched herself upwards, but then continued to prove herself after the cut and did very, very
this
well.
was
Uh,
Tina
Yes.
Hoshimoto, if I've
Yes,
got
yes,
the
yes, yes,
name
yes.
right. I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I got the surname right. I'm so sorry, Tina,
Also,
if
I
I
don't
got the
have it
surname
listed. We
wrong.
are sorry if we messed up
No,
your name. We
but I do
respect
remember
you.
Tina.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and I love the photo of you, Tina, that Donnie posted.
Your
That was
average
one.
Daisangen. The regular Daisangen. The Daisangen you get every other day. Um,
If only.
I know. It's alright. I missed.
So you had the top eight. So you had and they played together, whilst everyone else kind of played like
Everyone
a
else was
losers
separate.
bracket,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
losers bracket. So you could never fall
And
below
then
the top eight.
and then how many hand shine did you do in the top
We
eight?
did
One or two?
two. We did the one to
Two.
qualify for the top four versus the second four, and then we did the second as top four, second four.
Ah, okay. I
So
see.
yeah, that one I didn't. I got third, which crushed
Hmm.
my dreams of getting to the top table. So I didn't.
Yeah.
And I believe the top table. It was. I have to look. I can look at the results. Daniel was at the top table. He did very well.
Daniel was on the top table. I do remember that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can. Let me see here. Ooh, someone posted
Yeah,
it.
I can't. I remember the picture. That's all.
I'm finding. Oh, I just typoed my Facebook page to.
Yeah, this is see. You do know your spring cleaning, but you haven't done your prep, man.
I know. I'm sorry. Here we go. It was Daniel, James, Ryan, and Tina at the top table. There we go. I got it. Four of them, all having a good
And
time.
Ryan is from.
Ryan is from Florida, actually.
From
Ryan
Florida.
from Florida. He drove his way over. He really
Alright.
put in the work to get there and did super well, which is really awesome. Really cool guy. We hung out a bunch. Ryan Adams.
Where did Ryan finish in the end?
I believe.
Bring up the full results. Come on. Why are you slacking
Because,
on
oh
me?
my God, why you gotta be like that? I
You're
don't
the
know where the
president
full
of the
results
US
are. My
professional.
home is in disarray.
Well, it's not
Everything.
supposed to be after spring clean.
Well, it is because everything's been moved. What are these dings? I'm hearing dings.
I'm so sorry for my
No, not Ryan Gann. I'm
useless
sorry.
aid here.
Let me see. It keeps showing me the results in my Facebook feed somewhere.
You don't want to, like, Machi just asked for a screen share. You don't want a screen share, Machi.
A screen share.
I suspect it's full of weird pigeon porn.
No, I can't find anything good.
Ryan was fourth, apparently.
Okay, Ryan was
Kagaksha,
fourth.
thank you. I see.
Thank you.
You
We do
know,
appreciate your help.
the real David never lets me down. He
The
always
real
knows the things I
David?
need.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Well, that David's just David, whereas you're David Bresnik, Dave, American David. Whereas David is just
Wow.
David.
Wow.
Tina, James, Daniel, and Ryan. So
There you
Daniel
go.
was
Tina, James,
third.
Daniel, Ryan. Daniel was
So
third.
Tina of basic Kokushi fame
Yes, basic
was
basic
first.
Kokushi Tina. Yeah, she won. She ended up winning the tournament. told you,
Amazing. Well,
she-
she
she-
kept her
she-
cool, didn't she?
Yeah, she Kokushi'd her way out of negatives, but then once she got up there, she played very well and made her way straight to the top.
Sometimes that's all you need to do
Yeah,
is
it
to
was
change
just
your
a
attitude.
redemption Kokushi, It got rid of all that bad luck.
Redemption Kokushi.
Um,
You don't hear these stories very often. You often sit at a table and someone's going, "If I can only get a Yakuman, then I can get back in the game."
yeah,
Never
I've said
happens.
that. I've said that
This is
myself.
this is a lovely story. It
It's
came true.
a beautiful tale of a woman and her belief in herself and the Kokushi that launched her to fame.
Do you know where Tina comes from?
She is local to Dallas area. She
Oh,
comes from a little ways
wow.
over, I believe. She drove a few hours to be there. I have her card. Let me see.
Well, that's the problem with Texas. Texas may as well be its own continent.
A little bit. It's huge and full of delicious barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing that matters in Texas. Here we go.
And is Tina going to come to the WRC, the best tournament?
Pasadena.
of all
There,
time?
she's in Pasadena is where she is.
Pasadena? What?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's a
that
little ways
California?
away. No. It's in Texas. It's Pasadena, Texas.
Wow, you people got lazy on your naming.
We just name
You would
it.
have thought if you're making a country, you'd have a resolution that you should all choose different names.
No, we chose all your names. That's
You
why we have
know-
New York.
It's like
I
an
mean New
MMO.
York.
You
It's
know,
like
they
your
should have had,
York, but better.
No, but it's like when you have an MMO, it should have had like a little error message. Sorry, this name has already
This
been
name has
chosen.
already been taken.
Sorry. And then you've got to have desperate people like Pasadena 1983 or something.
No, that's silly. That's silly.
Oh, okay. So, sorry, is she coming to WRC?
I believe she is. She did sign up on the page. She said she needs to make sure that she has the vacation time.
I hope.
So there's a few practicals, but assuming the practicals work out, we're going to have our Dallas winner at WRC, which is super awesome.
And more ladies, because we're a little short on the lady representation
We
front.
put them in a separate league, right?
Yeah, we have the Ladies' Cup for
Ladies'
women
Cup for
who play
women.
mahjong.
Fallen Women of Mahjong Ladies Invitational. Home for destitute women of ladyship.
I feel like we're pushing taste a little now, man.
A little bit. A little bit. It's my York. It's everyone's York.
So you've just had Dallas, and the next
We did have
tournament
Dallas.
for North America is
It's our Justin. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Vancouver, which we do have. I'm going to put up the image. It's the Vancouver.
Yeah, you need to plug here.
I do. We need to plug. We need to plug. So the Vancouver Reach Open is our next big event. It's going to be May 8th to May. I'm sorry, May 6th to May 7th. I apologize. So that's next month. It's going to be in, obviously, Vancouver. You can check it out at https://ubcmahjongclub.wordpress.com. You can register. Once again, WRC seats up for grabs, and the more people come, the more seats there are to give away. So if you're in the mood to head to Vancouver, please do. And then we also have our Montreal tournament with our Justin Trudeau picture, because he will obviously be there.
I forgot that I forced you to do that.
It'll be June 3rd to June 4th. I can promise you that
we haven't confirmed Justin's presence yet, have we?
We have not confirmed Justin Trudeau, but we have confirmed me. I will be there, and I'm like Justin Trudeau.
Close, yeah. To be honest, it's a good substitute. You're just as good as Trudeau.
I'm trying to come up with a way to describe myself as being like Justin Trudeau, and I don't.
I think you need to be a bit more French.
I am not very French at all.
No, yeah.
I'm not very French. I don't have a plug
I don't like
slide.
Justin's tie here. Justin's tie looks like it's crawled out of the 90s.
Well, he did in a way.
He did.
And we have one more. I don't have a plug slide for it, but there's also the Seattle Reach Open. I'm going to be making it. As these events come closer and closer, I make plug slides for them. But the Seattle Reach Open is going to be July 15th and July 16th in Seattle. It's going to be awesome. I might be there. I don't know. It depends on how much my adoring fan base clamors for my presence. But
you do know if you go there, you're going to have to go to that place where Twilight happened.
I am not. Are you going to make me?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Why
I might.
Why are you going to make me go to somewhere where a fictitious book didn't actually happen?
Because then we can be like, ooh, our skin is so sparkly.
Wait, are you going to Seattle?
Honestly, at the moment, it's all down to the bane of all mahjong players' existence, money.
Oh. No.
I know. No. You've got to pay for the tickets. They frown upon you if you try and board a flight without a ticket.
Get on and then just refuse to get off. Has worked so well for that guy on our local flight.
Rusty just got your French name. It's David Bresnik.
That works.
Yeah, David.
I just don't know how to speak French, so I feel like I wouldn't be very good at being French. I'd just be like, oh.
It's alright. I've had to try and listen to some of Justin Trudeau's speeches. He doesn't seem to be able to speak English.
Wait, who's doing the Seattle? Okay, so we're just told the Seattle event conflicts with the Seattle to Portland bike ride. Who's doing the Seattle to Portland bike? Is that a thing? Is that a big thing? Do people do it? It seems like one of those things that I would like plan, and then the day of I'd be like, I'm not going to do that.
It just sounds like one of those things you say on Facebook. Yes.
Yeah, like, it'll be awesome. Like, yeah. And then the day comes and you realize you got to get on your bike and ride for like a week, and you're just like, oh, I'm not doing it. I'll just sit here at home. It's not going to happen.
In other news, though, sorry, dragging you away from the lands of America.
What else is happening in the world?
Oh, I'm taking this directly from David David's.
David.
So my citation, if you citation needed, is David. You can go and find him and tell him. Double David. So, for those people who are interested, the Ten Hoi and the JPML have been doing this kind of, I know what you call it, like a versus.
I've been verbally attacked in the chat.
You're distracting me.
I'm sorry, but this is hurtful. This language is hurtful.
I don't care if it's hurtful. Just suck it up like a British person.
I can't believe anyone in our chat would use such language.
Just absorb it. Keep the anger, suppress it, take it to the grave.
Two of my YesFilm members are doing STV. Who's going? I'm actually very curious.
Oh, you were talking about the Stanford to Portland bike ride?
Stanford to Portland?
Stanford. Oh, no, Seattle. Sorry, God,
that's a pretty long ride.
I don't even know where Portland is.
It's in Oregon. The dream of the 90s is alive in Portland.
How would I know that?
because
is Oregon
you should be
a place
aware
I'd go to?
of all of our important cities, of which we have many. We're not like Europe where they gave one important city to each country and they were like, you have enough, you have one, it's fine. And then they all fought over them.
It's much more convenient for civilization, though, isn't it?
Vince and Leslie are going across the country to do the Seattle to Portland bike ride, really?
Hello, Hour Screw.
Yeah, hello, by the way.
I'm not sure if I should be taking that handle as an innuendo or not. An hour? An hour, Screw?
People like to take their time. I don't know.
Hmm.
But Summer QM, you know, if you're doing that, I appreciate it.
These days?
I respect it. I just said I wouldn't do it. I'm lazy. I wasn't insulting you.
No, I was just... you're talking about the bike ride still.
Yeah, no, the bike ride, because apparently there was some hostility directed at me. And look, I'm just saying I'm lazy. I would totally just be like, oh yeah, I'll do it. And the day I'll be like,
Kagaksha has the real question. Is it like Oregon Trail?
Is it like
How
Oregon
many
Trail?
of you are going to die of dysentery? That's all we need to know.
It depends on your ration size. It really does. It depends on the size of your rations. And it depends on how hard you push your family to go. I do like that
this is... You know, like, there's a lot of American TV that you've had and a lot of British TV that we, you know, as children we had, and never the twain should meet. But Oregon Trail seems to be this, like, great unifier of all peoples.
Well, it was like
we've all had that
computer game
experience in front of the BBC computer. Like,
Well, it was like the only computer game when you were a kid, and it was also supposedly educational, so all the schools would get it.
That was the only thing I remember doing on those school computers. I don't even know why they bothered
all you'd ever do was die. It would just, your family would die, and you'd be like, I just want to get to Oregon. And they'd be like, your children have died. Now write what you thought of them. And I'm like, I don't even know my children. We never spent any time together.
Our Screw is declaring that it was a random word generator. But where did you get the link, my friend? Where did you find the link for that random word generator? Anyway, back to Mahjong.
Bloody hell. I'm sorry. You were talking about your rest of world Mahjong activities. We're just hanging out. We're having a good time. Let them have a good time, unless it involves shouting obscenity at me, which makes me cry. It makes Justin Trudeau sad, too. I'm looking at him. He looks disappointed.
No, do you know what I reckon? If he got him drunk, he'd love a bit of swearing.
He's just like, really? Really? Really?
Yeah, it's not that liberal for him, I guess.
He's not. He's sad.
Right. Back to Mahjong. Biatches.
Ooh.
So,
some sass.
If you are curious, so those of you probably who like Tenho are already aware that the Tenhoi and the Japan Professional Mahjong League have been having these verses. They've had their first season.
Who are the Tenhoi?
No one. I mean, they are real people. They don't have real names, so one of them is Asapin. So Asapin.
Everyone knows Asapin. Everyone loves Asapin.
There are two Asapins though, so be careful.
Two Asapins.
There are two Asapins, but how
are there two?
Anyway, they've had their best lot, and the JPML best lot.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still online, Shiza?
You are. You're here. I got you. We hear you. Oh, not anymore. Oh no, she's gone now. She hung up on us. Wait, here we go. I just picked back up. Everyone heard.
It dropped. Why did it drop suddenly? Because I was talking about Mahjong.
Yeah, you got cursed.
One of your kind hit the get off the internet button.
Probably no.
Anyway, so the best from JPML, well, the best, some of the best from JPML and some of the best from the Tenhoi are playing these tournaments. And they've had their first season. The first season they played the Tenho rules.
Mm-hmm.
The second season, which they've just finished, I think,
mm-hmm.
they played the JPML A rules.
Ooh.
But their third season, they're playing the World Reachy Championship rules.
That's exciting. Look at WRC rules making it big. It is exciting. My sound increased.
I know, right?
How did my sound increase? Did I get louder? Am I just being louder?
You sound the same to me, but I'm also not on Twitch.
I know, it's hard to tell. I need my loving audience to tell us what's up. I don't know. They haven't finished yet. They haven't apparently Dobtsu is saying they haven't finished yet.
They haven't finished yet. Okay. But third season's been announced.
Uh-huh.
I guess my Twitch just decided it just wasn't going to load again. It's over. So I can't read your comments at the moment, people. Sorry, Ara Screw, if you're...
Okay, I turned the Skype down a tiny bit, so hopefully it'll be a little more even.
Well, I'm sure all these problems will be solved for XSplit. Anyway, so the the upshot of this is WRC rules are making it big, dudes, across the globe.
It's true. It's true.
It is definitely the cool rule set to play. And hopefully, my hope is that if you were to then go to Japan, or you were to go anywhere basically, and you were not sure whether you were going to which rule set you wanted to play, the WRC one's like the Esperanto of all the rule sets.
Ooh, that's a good
I don't
reference.
want to get rid of the I don't want to get rid of the other rule sets. You know, the other rule sets, they had flavour. You know, every now and then you want your red 5s and your golden 3s and your Hakupochi and all that nonsense.
I don't ever want those things.
But, you know, you do, like, if there's this basic kind of, you know, everyone knows this rule set, so then you don't have the drama of, like, are we playing, you know, Nagashi, or, you know, all of the little finicky things you never actually work out when you sit down to play with new people, right?
Right.
Like, about 30 minutes in, you're like, are we playing Nagashi? Not that I've got one here, that's not what I'm
Nagashi.
doing.
I always do Nagashi. I'm the best at Nagashi.
But you always ask that question about the specific rule thing a little too late, because you're like, oh no. Are we playing abortive draws, anyone? And it's like, right, now everyone knows what I've done and what I've got.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, that's the good thing about...
People asking, what are golden 3s?
Golden 3, they're a lot like red 5s, to be honest. We need Nagashi.
Are they different? Are they different than from red 5s?
Depends on where you go. It's just, you know, there's lots of house rules.
Oh, I'm all yawny. I'm sorry,
Esperanto
everyone.
is really not Esperanto.
Most people don't know about it, but it's a cool reference. I like it. I like the idea of Esperanto.
Really, Esperanto? I guess it's a little bit of a failed attempt. It's not the worst though.
They tried. They tried really hard.
I failed harder at things than Esperanto failed.
Esperanto.
They did talk. They talked.
Well, I should change. We say London Antics. We don't talk about London Antics. We should be saying it's Dallas. I'm going to call it Dallas Palace.
My days, it's hot. I think my bloody housemate has put the heating up again.
There, we changed the title. Now the title's different. Is Dallas has 2 L's, right? Am I silly?
Yes, it's got 2 L's.
Okay, good. It's one of those things that's like, I say it all the time, then I look at the word and I'm just like, oh.
There. That's all I know.
JR? That was a television show called Dallas. That was not the place called Dallas.
Wasn't JFK... shot
there.
Yeah,
that guy also got shot there. But that was for real in the place called Dallas. Yes, we all laugh about the assassination of our president. It's true. We just cackle away about it. Really funny times.
Oh, come on. Come on. Tell me you wouldn't cackle now.
I have no comment on that.
There you go. I'm going to have to check the heating. I'm really sorry.
Wait, what's going on?
It's really hot.
Is your house going to burn down?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, don't die. Is there any other exciting Mahjong news while Jim runs around? We did have another tournament here last night.
Right, I'm back. Sorry.
It's okay.
My housemate likes putting the heating up to like, I can't put this into Fahrenheit for those who are American.
Oh
You
dear.
just have to work it out. He puts the heating up to 27 degrees centigrade. It's April. You don't need it that high. You don't need it at all.
Don't you? I don't know. No, I see what you're saying. It's a little nuts.
Just put a jumper on. Sorry, a sweater.
What's a jumper? No one knows what a jumper is. You're confusing people with your weird British words.
And my weird
British words. So yeah,
system.
for those who are back, yeah, we were out of it last week because I was in Dallas and we were kind of getting ourselves a little bit back together with what we're doing stream wise because we've been kind of
we're having problems. So great one. You can give us feedback. I don't think either of us really know who we're pitching to. I don't think we ever knew. I don't think we ever thought about it. We just started doing things. I'm not sure whether we should be doing stuff for beginners. I really liked Dave's Tibetan
Yeah, I'd like to record more things like that, but I feel like that kind of thing is just video production. We should just put straight onto YouTube.
Yeah, that was really good, but that's obviously, but that was nice because it kind of bridged that
know how
that
hot
between
27 degrees Celsius is. Thank you.
It bridged that gap between the beginners and the advanced people, because the beginners obviously could refresh how to play Mahjong, and then the advanced people could find a new method of teaching Mahjong, which is always useful. But I'm not sure whether we should be trying to, speak to beginners, people who don't have friends yet, bring them in, make them friends, or whether we should be talking to, the current level of the you can't just start laughing randomly. You have to bring us in.
I was waiting for you to be done talking so I can inform you.
Laugh quietly.
I'm
Bloody hell.
sorry. Mike's in the
Can't
chat, and he
get-
just
You can't
referenced
get
your
streaming partners these days either.
British baking show. The custard's good.
I don't either whether you should be talking to people who are, at intermediate, advanced level, who need to, just want to talk more about strategy, or whether we should be trying to do a bit of both. I think it's hard to know how to pitch it, right? We could just stream online, non-online game, which seems to be what almost all the other Mahjong streamers do.
I think there's a few different things to do all simultaneously. I think there's like, how do you appeal to people? Like, how do you bring in new people? And I think it's hard because it's hard to do that over something like Twitch, without people having an easy way to sit and play for themselves. Like, we need a way to like pull them in and interact with them, and that's not happening right now. I think a lot of people like, or I get the feeling, I should say, I don't want to speak for everyone. I get the feeling people like having the updates, the information. I have the feeling people like getting to play when we play with them. I think that's kind of the core of the community, should really be like letting people play. I almost think we would do well to organize these as almost mini tournaments. Like if we had people come and play a mini tournament and then we commented on the games as the tournament was going on. I feel like that would be. We've always gotten a great response to doing
my only concern with that is I'm not a nice person, and if I'm allowed to open my mouth, I will say all the terrible things in my brain.
I think that's fine. I don't know. I will, again, not to just.
Or we could model ourselves on the Great British Bake Off.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, obviously, you don't want to be like, wow, what a terrible player that guy is. Like, man.
That's the other choice: meanness or sexual innuendos. That's all I've got.
Can't we just be normal?
No.
Okay. But I mean, I think interaction's really the big thing. Beginners are just. It's so much better to just sit down with beginners and actually play. I have a whole bunch of beginners that I'm kind of nurturing here.
The only thing is a shame is I feel that we have a lot of beginners who are sat at home on their own. I'm imagining that anyone who doesn't play Mahjong yet is a total loser and sits around on their own doing nothing, going like, why is my life like this? There's something missing. You're right, there is something missing. It's Mahjong.
It's Mahjong that's missing. Mahjong's what you need in your life.
Yes, so, yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. I think we need to find a way to work it out. We need to find a better time slot as well, because we have started clashing with what Mahjong Guide are doing with their tournaments.
That's true. Yeah, we need a spot that doesn't clash with anyone. I think we might end up. It might be worth to break around a little bit and do a show that's just to hang out, chat, and here's what's up in the Mahjong world type show, and then also find a way to do some kind of play environment show or something that's more. Action focused. I don't know what I'd say about that. Like running a regular tournament or something that's more engaging for people who actually want to play. That might be the best way to go about it. I don't know. There's a lot of questions. It's hard. It's hard when you have. I mean, it's hard and it's easy. Like on the one hand, it's hard because it's hard to figure out what everyone wants. But it's easy because on the other hand, it's like the community is pretty small. There's not a million people, and we can actually talk to people, and people can talk to us about what they're interested in and what they like and what they want to do, as opposed to it being like a giant community where you're trying to figure out like, is the only thing that's going to happen here, the loudest people going to talk? Are there actually people who don't, some of the large community problems are in here. Oh, Mike says he wants to play, he would love to play against people. Friendos is
yeah, I saw that, Friendos.
Friendos is a good hashtag. I think we should see about organizing people to play. I can't help people play in person.
I think that worked out. That's what we did at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
I think it worked out quite well. Maybe we should go back to that. See how that worked out.
I think we should do that. I think we should see if we can find a way to kind of organize it so that people play regularly, and then we either comment on it, or we join them to play, or we run some kind of league and go through the games, or do announcements about the league activities for that week, or something where we're keeping people a little engaged and we get people playing, because that's really, I think, the core of what people want to do.
Do you know what my favorite thing is? When I get to talk about how bad your play is.
Me?
That's been my favorite thing.
Me? Really? Me?
No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I do like it when I guess what you've got correctly, though. That makes me feel
true. I did that successfully earlier.
Do you not just feel like you've seen into the Matrix? You're like, yes, I've got the eyes.
I felt really good about that. I was like, I did the right thing. Even though I didn't win, I was like, you know what? I still did the right thing. I avoided dealing in, and I ended Tenpai, and I was like, that was...
Yeah. And you're sat there with the, 2 uber dangerous tiles in your hand, even though you broke it, you're like, yes! Yes, I've got you, git!
Yeah, it's a good feeling when it works. But yeah, I mean, we've been looking here in New York locally to like play more often, and I think maybe if we could find a good way to get people playing more often online. I mean, every once in a while people do propose a league. I feel like the league idea, the online league idea, has come and gone repeatedly. I'm not really sure
Yeah.
why it's never really stuck.
It's interesting.
Um,
We try to do something like this. I mean, in London we meet once a month for a full day, so we have enough games. But actually managing it and knowing what you're doing and takes
I think.
thinking time. And I'm losing thinking time rapidly because there's this Vegas thing happening.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah,
I'll try
damn
to get it
it,
cleared up as soon as possible.
Yeah, just sort it. Just sort it. I'm
I'll just
bored.
sort it out. I'll sort it out.
And that is the problem is that that there are a few Uber contributors, super contributors who are doing a lot, and it's difficult. I mean, I'm lucky again, I guess, in London that I do have some very intelligent people that help me out when I'm being
Well,
useless.
I think it really just comes down to the idea of finding the right way to let people participate. Because one of the things that happened with the previous leagues, if I recall properly, and I might not, but what I do remember was that they kept trying to do like very fixed arrangements of who plays who, and then it would turn out that a bunch of people wouldn't show up.
Hmm. I
Um,
always say that. Yeah, for leagues, you've just got to wait to see who turns up on the
yeah,
day.
yeah. I think it's
It's not
vital
worth. Yeah.
that it's like whoever shows up, and then there's a way to do something effective with the people that showed up. And if that happens,
Yeah.
then you don't have to worry about one or two people not happening because it's okay and it's fine. I think the other big challenge we have right now is that we have a lot of people and they're literally all over the world. So picking a time that's convenient for everyone, um, hard. It's hard to pick a time
Yeah.
that works for everybody very effectively. That's not on the weekends. It's not at the worst possible time. So I wonder if there's a few things that I'm kind of thinking about that I would love to
Hmm.
see happen. But it's tough, and I don't want to talk about them too much because they're secrety things. But once a month isn't
You
enough.
mean no? What you really mean is we're both too tired, and after WRC, then we
Uh,
can think about new things. Because really, like every now and then, Dave he messages me this great idea, and it's like genuinely awesome, and I'm like, wow, that's a genuinely awesome idea. Could you put it on the project planner for some time
yeah,
around December? Because I can't be dealing with this great idea right now. It's a real shame, But
I agree. Once a month, I don't like
WRC is
that.
going to be amazing.
WRC is going to
It's
be the
going to be
best.
amazing. It's
It's
going to
going
be
to be
amazing.
absolutely the best.
It's not just Renmei, JPML that are coming. We have other leagues that are coming in good show as well this time. I don't know if we have any ten Hoi. I hope we have
I hope we
because then
do.
everyone will
As
be
soon
happy
as I
with
get
me.
as soon as I get that list, I want to talk to people about it. But there's not an official list yet, as far as I'm
I
aware.
know. They should have. Oh dear. They should have sent. Sorry. I just realised. They should have sent me the list yesterday. I believe.
Ooh, well that's good. That means we can get
Um.
it. We can get it soon, and then as
Yes.
soon as we get
So
it, we can
it'll
talk a
be
bit about it.
coming fairly soon. So at the moment, the website for WRC is a little spartan. But once we get the player list name from the list from the Japanese, we're going to put that straight up.
Hmm.
And then I'm hoping that we can, then update that list every 2 weeks. Because I don't want to update it every time we've got a new person who's registered,
Right. Yeah.
There's 240 of you guys, it's going to have to be done in batches. Otherwise, I might lose my mind.
Yeah, again,
Sorry, I'm
things
still
like
dying
league
of
play,
oblivion.
long running points totals, like that. Those are all things that we'd love to do. Um, Again, I'm trying to get that going on for USPML locally. Like I want to meet more than once a month. It's just hard to find the space. And then I'd love to do something online. There's so many things that we can do to give a little more excitement to the people who are currently playing. And it's all, and again, the big problem is WRC. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like we're just waiting for it to happen. But there's a huge amount of stuff that we have to organize and make sure it works and set up and deal with lawyers and money and all these things, so that we can get WRC going on. And that's really taking a lot of our time and energy right now. But I'm
And I'd
hoping
also like to point out, I never wanted to do this. Dave was there. Dave was there when
it's
it
true.
happened.
She never wanted to
Like
do this.
Barton Rep was like, I think Gemma should lead this, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this. This is a terrible idea. And Tina was like, ooh, yes, Gemma should lead it. I was like, no, and then everyone was like, yes, we all vote Gemma. I'm like, what? No, stop. It was true. I never wanted to do this. So now I'm stuck. But don't ever organize a big event, guys. It's awful.
It's
Nice,
not
nice,
awful.
nice 40 people events.
It's
40
it's
people.
it's challenging. There's a lot to think about. There's a lot to do. It's not easy. Maybe it'll become easy if we do it a lot, but it's just challenging. I feel like I have my eyes up all the time.
I mean, But I mean, we're also navigating lots of different countries, trying to work out who can come, when can come, who's interested, why they're interested, can they play Ricci? It's all very well someone going, oh, I know someone from Chile who will come and play. I'm like, right, but are they MCR or Ricci? Like, no offense to people who play both, but if you're primarily an MCR player, should you really be taking a Ricci seat when, at the moment, we're oversubscribed, basically, with players who are exclusively Ricci, who only play Ricci, and they're playing at a very high level? Right. Just because this individual over here has an interest in playing in an international level tournament, and I find myself having these difficult decisions over and over again, especially people I've never met, or I'm trying to understand the situation over the internet or how they're speaking to me.
So we did get a question. When is money going to be due for WRC?
Now.
The real answer, I believe, is that we are slowly but surely sending out invoices to people who are qualified and who have requirement to pay.
It's happening a bit slow though.
The due date on that is not fixed yet. I will say the absolute due date will be sometime in July, early July.
No, June. Don't be ridiculous.
No. What I'm saying is there is no possible way the due date will be after July 1st.
I see. Yeah, end of June.
Yeah. Expect there to be a due date at some point before that, but we are still going through the qualifiers. At least, again, this also will vary depending on whether you're North America, whether you're Europe, whether you're Japan, or whether you're rest of the world. For North America, we're still going through qualifiers, so obviously we can't say payments due because we have people who are going to be signed up who are not qualified yet. So we still have that to do. So everyone has like a month or two, I'd say, here in North America to get themselves together. The sooner you pay, the happier I am, and if I'm happy. I'm not sure what happens there, but I would like to be happy.
He looks more like Justin Trudeau.
I become more like Justin Trudeau the happier I get. It's true. Is there? And as for Europe, I think that's Gemma's world.
For Europe, to be honest, we haven't had that many countries submit their player lists yet. I suspect everyone could guess which was the first country to submit their player list. It's always one that's always on time and does everything the correct way. So, I mean, as soon as that happens, then really I'm going to be asking for money, ASAP. Or, by end of May, I think is the European deadline. But I've said repeatedly, if people communicate to us, we can find ways to accommodate if there's issues, hopefully.
Right.
And it is difficult, especially moving money, especially from some countries. Moving money into America is difficult nowadays.
Honestly, I am not. I have no desire to have to say to someone, "Sorry, your payment came a day late. You can't go." Like I don't want to have to say that to anyone. I'm very open to working with people and making sure timings work out and making sure it all comes together. So it's one of those things where no one really wants to be a jerk about it, so probably it'll all work out just fine.
And basically, we want to bend over backwards to make sure that the people who have qualified can make it somehow.
Absolutely.
If it's like, I can pay 2 days late, well, then that's fine. We'll find a way. It's not a problem.
Because this is going to be basically the big event. Like, this is going to be, for North America specifically, again, it's not going to be in North America for at least another 6 years.
Well, as I've told you, once the event has started, you can find me by the pool.
But no, it's really going to be an enormous event. Have we made any decision about what's it called, like observer tickets for people who don't qualify?
No, I put that on the project management system.
Okay, so we can come up with a decision about that. So we should be able to tell people pretty soon, even if you have expressly not qualified, you might be able to come, and we're looking to find a way to work it out that you can come and participate and play in the free play or play in the side events or just be there, because again, this is going to be one of the biggest Mahjong events, one of the biggest Reach Mahjong events ever, anywhere, forever. So it's going to be cool, and if you be there, you will also be cool. That's how it works. That's how they told me it works.
Yes. Is that what they told you in high school?
Yeah, that's what they told me in high school. They were like, just go to the Mahjong tournament and then you'll be cool.
The person who held the parties in the house where your parents weren't in, they were the coolest kids.
That's true. The coolest kids had the parents who did not
never
love
saw
them.
the loot. Yeah, well, the coolest kids never had parents that were parenting.
It's true. They always had the parents that did not care for them. that were just ignoring them as best they could.
Huh.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough times for those kids.
That thing is all. You know what? I've been really like stuck in the WRC.
Yeah.
Japanese email, like writing those Japanese emails. I mean, without someone helping me, it can take me a good hour or so.
I thought it was mostly boilerplate.
No, I mean, I always feel like I'm navigating I want to make sure that I'm saying the right thing and that I'm being understood correctly. So in some ways, I'm over describing or over explaining because I've taken this policy where if I throw enough words at the problem, maybe it will come okay.
Right.
But it's especially when you just get a reply back from Moriam, which is like okay, and
he just says okay. Oh God.
He's probably like scrolling through this email going, what the hell is the problem?
She said so many things. I don't know. What does she want me to say back? I'll just say okay. That'll work.
But and they're interested. Like for a lot of the Japanese players, maybe it's their first
World War II.
So okay, we were not so bad with those guys in World War II.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, Moriam and I are friends. We are friends and we hang out. All right, we are buds.
It's funny. When I first moved to Germany, I didn't realize how many jokes British people made about Hitler and Nazis in World War II until I was in a German office.
And then you had to not make them, yeah.
It would just come out your mouth. You're like, oh no, no. I did. It really was like an episode of Fawlty Towers. Terrible.
Oh God. I know what that show is, but most people in America do not know what that show is.
Oh, really? I'm sure it's on Netflix. Go on Netflix.
I'm sure it is. No, I've watched a bit of it.
It is hilarious.
It is very obviously not American comedy. Like I can respect it as being classic British comedy, but it's not my comedy.
It's a little
very
bit
dry.
slapstick.
It's very dry, yeah.
Yeah, slapstick dry, and it's
But yeah, it's classic. That's classic British comedy. It's just different. I mean,
yeah, but if you like Monty Python, you'll like Fawlty Towers.
Yeah, and I love Monty Python.
There you go.
They know what they're doing. They know how to do stuff.
Do you know I should be watching Life of Brian as it's Easter?
Oh yeah, everyone's been wishing me Happy Easter, and I've been scowling at them, and then they've been being confused.
Really, you have to wish people Happy Easter?
I don't know why you would wish me a Happy Easter.
Well, if it hadn't been for your people, we wouldn't have Easter.
We didn't make the eggs, all right? The eggs have been here. The eggs have been around forever.
Oh, it's not a chicken and egg situation.
How dare you? Happy
It's a breadstick in the egg.
How dare you? Oh, how dare you? Happy Easter. No.
I don't.
No.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know if you used to. This is ridiculous. So in the UK, they had this. They have these big private houses that you can go and visit, right? Mm-hmm. And Cadbury's, now owned by the Americans, decided that they wanted to make an Easter egg hunt in a few of these big houses, but so they've got they've got their website and it says Easter egg hunt in nice big letters, but then they obviously had to crop the image so they can make it onto tiny little flyers or mobile images or whatever, so it just said egg hunt. Now our Prime Minister, being the fanatic she apparently is, was like, they've dropped the word Easter from the Easter egg hunt.
Oh no, it's a war on Christians. Oh
yeah,
God.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Some poor designer was sat there going like, oh no, this Easter word is not going to fit on this picture. Well, egg hunt, everyone knows it's an Easter egg hunt.
Everyone knows what an egg hunt is all about, right?
And they're like, how could Cadbury's, the Americans are enforcing their ideals on us now because you're pretty, you take a lot of the religious aspects out from our perspective anyway.
It's important. I was like, you got to have separation of church and state.
Right, okay, but
I can talk about that for a long time. I'm not going to.
Eat lots of chocolate. It's just a time of year, right? It's like saying Happy Holidays instead of Happy Christmas. It doesn't make it any less Christmas.
Well, that's right. I got to be honest. I got to be honest. As someone who is in the minority in that particular scenario. It's true.
It was the crazy church Archbishop. And May should have done some sort of fake news checking before she ran off and said it then, shouldn't she? She should know better. She's the prime bloody minister.
Ooh, that's a good way of overlaying the two words, Summer QM. I like that. You just made up for cursing at me. We're cool. That's pretty clever, and I like it. But I know, anyway. as someone who is the minority in that particular exchange, in that particular perspective, I will say it's a little annoying when people just assume you celebrate Easter and they're like, Happy Easter. But that's really the extent of like bad feeling. It's just like it's a little annoying. I don't
don't
feel like
know,
it's an
it's strange.
attack
No,
or like anything. They're still trying to give you a good wish in a way that they know how. You know, like
But
it's not a
but in
negative
the
thing that's being
but in the
expressed.
UK, it's still really not. I don't know. I don't feel as well. First of all, Easter is not a Christian tradition in the first place.
No,
It's
it's
a pagan
absolutely
one.
not. It's absolutely a pagan
Eating
tradition
eggs
that
and
got
worshipping the hare that jumps around is one of the most pagan things I've ever heard of. Right near Maybank Holiday, we're all going to run around a phallic pole with ribbons. I mean,
and encase it in some form of protection. That's a good lesson for kids.
Right, but so I don't know, and they, you can get halal eggs now as well. Like
Halal
it's
eggs?
pretty, yeah, it's pretty multicultural
What
now.
makes the
Everyone
eggs
apparently likes
halal?
eating because the ingredients need to be halal, right?
Right.
I'm
genuinely
it's
curious.
I mean, you must be able to get like halal or kosher milk. I don't know actually.
No, I don't think so.
Or no, maybe there's gelatin. Maybe it's the gelatin.
What is halal eggs?
Well, you look that up. But it might be the gelatin. It might have gelatin in it. That would need to be halal.
Do they have to just be super? So I'm reading here.
You know what gelatin is, right? That comes from cows.
Yeah, it's
so
bone.
You have to
like
kill
bone.
the animal in the
pork
correct way.
Bone in it. Gelatin is
Yeah,
mostly
exactly.
pork. So apparently,
Yeah,
I'm reading an article in The Sun now on the internet.
Oh no, heaven help us all.
And I quote, outrage as Sainsbury's and Asda refuse to stock Christian Easter egg, but they sell halal ones.
Do you know why? Because the Christian Easter egg probably won't sell anything. No one wants to know the true meaning of Easter. They just want to eat chocolate.
Well, actually, no. Apparently, the real Easter egg produced by the Meaningful Chocolate Company. I don't know what is Meaningful Chocolate, but it's made from fair trade chocolate. It sells for £4, but it contains an activity booklet for children about Jesus. Like, I'm not sure how this is undermining anyone.
What was Sainsbury's and Tesco's reason? Was their reason no one is going to buy this?
I don't know.
Or was their reason we hate Christians?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sainsbury's and Asda have chosen to not stock this chocolate Easter egg with the Jesus booklet in it. The holy chocolate has received the blessing of the Archbishop of York, Dr. John Sentamu, who said the real Easter egg gives consumers their first chance to buy an Easter egg.
Was the Archbishop of Canterbury not around that day?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to sit around blessing eggs. But he said specifically, and I quote, this is a quote from him directly, the real Easter egg gives consumers their first chance to buy an Easter egg that not only tastes good, but does good, bringing to light the Easter themes of hope and new life. Think about that. But this doesn't tell me how an egg can be halal.
Yeah, to be honest, if I offend anyone, because Monday we're having our mahjong, if I offend anyone by saying Happy Easter to you, I am bringing chocolate. So forgive me.
It's not offensive. Again, it's like a...
And I'm not going to make you go and watch a passion play or something, which now has become popular in the United Kingdom for reasons I've not yet understood.
So I do think...
I did, because my mum phoned me up. She's like, "Oh, we're going to see a passion play." And I was like, "Did you shout out that they brought their foreign brown person religion to our country?"
Whoa.
Well, it's true, though.
Whoa.
They're all like, "We don't, no. May's there going like, we don't like foreigners. We don't like those Middle Easterns. But... this is a Christian country.
Well, that's true. Jesus was pretty Middle Eastern, wasn't he?
Jesus probably, yes. Probably a little bit dark.
Yeah.
It's just...
I'm not getting arrested. Jeepers.
It is bollocks, okay? It's all bollocks.
No, what I actually think, if I'm understanding correctly, what I think it is that halal eggs are going to be supervised by the appropriate religious figure to show for certain that they weren't handled in some kind of inappropriate way. Kind of like a lot of kosher stuff is like, it's just a rabbi watches and he's like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, you did that good.
Because it's going to be prepared in a place which is not going to get contaminated and stuff. And Machi, bring the real eggs. We used to have real eggs when I was a kid as well. We used to paint them. I remember that because my mum didn't let me eat chocolate.
Got a lot of trolling going on here. But
Jesus.
Do we have any further mahjong business to share with folks?
Before we
really get into just straight up
just being blasphemous
social commentary, yeah.
No, but yes, I'm having London Mahjong on Monday.
London Mahjong on Monday?
London Mahjong.
Do I have to be there?
Well, I am serving the eggs. We won't call them Easter eggs. We'll just call
eggs,
them
just Mahjong eggs.
Yeah, but real painted eggs is a thing. Yeah, it's you should just have the boiled eggs. I remember that boiled before. Eggs. Yeah, it just used to be actual eggs. You used to hunt them and then we'd paint them, and it was really good fun.
You would paint them later?
Well, just the shells.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand. I don't know your
ways. I remember both ways actually, but the kids were supposed to paint them. It'd be a bit boring if the grown-ups painted them, right?
I'm checking flight prices to see how much it would cost me to be there for Monday.
think it would cost you quite a bit right now.
I wonder. I'm just curious. It's silly. Oh yeah, it'd be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It'd be like $800.
So having yeah.
It's not worth it.
So that's what I'm doing, but I'm mostly planning to eat chocolate and real eggs.
What is this stop? Oh, it's Toronto. Okay, that's not so bad. YYZ is Toronto. That's not so bad. Ooh, we can go to Charles de Gaulle.
Wait, Rusty, wait. I have a big question. Rusty, you blow the insides out, so there's just the shell. What the inside? Why would you blow the inside?
That's the delicious part.
That's the
But no, I've seen that process done with other smaller eggs to make like fancy eggs. Like just fancy like artistic eggs.
I'm not fancy. Don't like fancy.
Putting time off on my calendar. I have time on my calendar. I go a lot of places, but if I'm going to go to London, I'm not going to go for just one day. It's not worth it.
To be honest, when we painted eggs, I just remember making a lot of mess.
Really?
It was mostly just a lot of mess.
We didn't do that. We didn't paint eggs because we didn't celebrate Easter.
No, but I'm sure you have similar.
No.
I'm sure you have similar messy traditions.
Not really. No.
You must have messy traditions.
No.
Every culture has messy traditions.
Oh, there was a tradition where other cultures would come and kill a bunch of us, and that would often make a mess.
Oh, I heard about this Holocaust centers. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh about that.
Oh, they have the pogrom scene in Fiddler on the Roof. You can see they make a huge mess out of that wedding. It's very sad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof was good.
Fiddler on the Roof is good. Classic. It's classic.
I guess when you're going to have, like, ceremonial circumcision, that's quite messy. Maybe you just get messy out early.
Don't know how the traditional ceremony goes, actually. I got to be honest with you.
You find a weird old man. You chop up some poor piece of skin on a little baby. Oh my god. You know what? As human race is just fucked. I'm sorry, people, for my language, but the human race is just weird.
We do a lot of stuff.
Like, if you're an alien, just imagine, like, if an alien came down and we tried to explain all the stuff we're doing, I'd just be like, yeah, I don't know either anymore, to be honest.
You know what I did find out? So I didn't finish my Dallas story. Maybe we can.
Oh, sorry.
We can close up with the close of the Dallas story. So
we got to Dallas, and now you're going to go back to Dallas. Okay.
I won first place on the final table that I was at, which put me into 5th place overall. So hey, yay for me! I'm so awesome. We had a good time, and then I went to go to the airport back. And when I got to the airport to go back, I got to the American Express Centurion Lounge, which was super cool, by the way. You should totally do that if you can get to it. They had massages, and they had a buffet, and they had free drinks, and it was like super nice. It was awesome. And then I got on the plane, and the plane takes off on time. Everything seems good. It starts flying. I'm going. And then in the middle of the flight, the overhead thing goes boom, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And the captain comes by and he goes, yeah, this is the captain speaking. We have a mechanical problem with the airplane, and we've just been told that we cannot continue onwards on the flight, so we're going to be diverting to Indianapolis. Going to be landing there right away. It's going to be a pretty fast landing, just so you know. It's going to be very fast. In fact, if you are a passenger, please be aware this is not going to be any kind of normal landing. And that's what I hear. And then the overhead turns off. And I'm like, well, are we going to die? Like, you just got to ask yourself. You ask yourself that question. Are we going to die? I'm sitting on the plane. I've just been told we have a mechanical issue. It's going to require them to land the plane in a weird, and I'm assuming faster is more dangerous. Like, faster doesn't seem safer. So it's going to be a bit of a risk. And I'm like, well, I guess the first thing to know is that I can't do anything about it at this point. Like, what am I going to do? I can get off the plane. No, I can't get off the plane.
Yeah.
Can I go up there and offer them my amazing expertise at nothing? Like, I can just be like, if you'd like me to panic for you, I can do that probably very effectively. But I'm not. Yeah, everyone knows this is not a very stressful story because you all can see that I'm not dead. But it was stressful at the time. And, like, the poor lady next to me is, like, freaking out, and I'm trying to think of things to say to her that are comforting, but the only things I can think of are things that are going to be comforting to me, which is not the same thing. It's basically like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, so, like, we're either going to die or not. Like, there's nothing we can do either way, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You could have penned a missive to me to let me know what I need to do.
I did not do that. It was like being in Reach, like, you're just going to draw and discard, and whatever happens is going to happen, and you hope something good happens, but you never know.
It's true.
And yeah, we come into Indianapolis. They lower the flaps only 1 notch, and like the plane it seemed like they were having control issues with the plane. I think they were having a hydraulic issue, but we landed fine. And I was like, you know what? That's good. We landed fine. That's awesome. And then they got us on a new plane within 45 minutes, and we took that plane the rest of the way. But it was still like really like just.
But this is why you need to tell me what you want if you do pass away unexpectedly.
If I die.
Like when I had my near-death experience on that flight to Las Vegas,
That's true.
and I came off and I was
you
like,
had a strong man near you to take care of you during that time.
That was creepy. Like, ladies, if you're on a flight where you feel like you might die, apparently men next to you think it's entirely appropriate to hold your hand and stroke your arm and say, I think this will make you feel better. And I was like, can't I just die without sexual harassment, please?
For the record, I spoke with the lady next to me because she was upset, but I did not in any way touch her. Because that's not a cool thing to do with a stranger that you don't know. You just say something nice to them. Be like, I think it'll be okay. Yeah.
Just don't touch people unless you've asked permission first. That's the key.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, no, I mean, but I told you when I got off that flight, I thought I was going to die. If I die, I want the ladies' mahjong trophy dedicated to Gemma. You need something similarly ridiculous for me to ensure happens, and then everyone has to do it over and over again because it'll be tradition to the person who died, so they'll never be able to get rid of it. It'll be a bane of their existence.
What I want is I want a giant sculpture of me.
No, we'll just rename World Reachy. David Brest World Reach Championship.
I need a giant sculpture of me.
No, like Sid Meier's Civilization.
No, you're not. This is important. This is my legacy. You don't get to run over my legacy with the thing you wanted. That's not how it works, all right? We would have given you your trophy, as ridiculous as it is. I want a giant sculpture of an unreasonably muscular, shirtless me holding up a tile, all right? And I want that right in JPML headquarters.
Can we get?
That's what I want.
Can we model it on Justin Trudeau?
That's fine. Yes, you can model it after Justin Trudeau. I want that, and I want a great inscription.
Justin Trudeau's body and just your face on it.
Yes. I want an amazing inscription about how I was the most muscular Manny there's ever been in all time, and how and I want we can make it a tradition for all kaichos. Whenever someone, the tile should be absolutely. Kakakushi is absolutely right. The tile must be made out of pure gold. It's a golden tile and a crystal, unrealistically muscular me. Like, I want everyone who actually knew me to look at it and be like, "Really?" But then they can't say it because I'm dead and they feel too guilty.
Right? Yeah. I want to make people feel awkward, basically.
Yeah, I want it to be in really bad taste, but they won't say it's in bad taste. And then Moriyama can give respects to it every day. He comes to the office. He can dove into it a little bit.
There's something wrong with us, as long as you know.
A little bit, but I think we've hit our hour.
Yeah.
We've chatted with you all. We do want to come up with a decent format. We're gonna try some new things. We love you all. Thank you for watching us again and again and again and again. And we're gonna keep coming back again and again and again and again because we are that annoying. And we'll come up with some new stuff and some new formats. We're going to get back to playing.
And be less problematic as well.
Yes, less problematic.
That should be our...
Problematic.
Yeah, I don't want to end up with those
about the social issues.
No, I know. No, I maybe just... Yeah.
We're pretty mellow. We're not so bad.
We're not so bad.
People are honking really hard. But,
my honking.
So I think next week we'll get back to playing some. Let's do that. Let's get back to playing some next week. We're going to play some Mahjong with you next week. For now, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We're going to start
next week. Damn, I'm going to be in Japan.
You're going to be in Japan? Okay, so I am going... Are you going to be able to stream from Japan, or am I going to set this up for myself?
Yeah, I can stream from Japan, I'm pretty sure. I have to check the time differences, though.
Okay, so either way, either I will do it myself, or Gemma and I will do it together. We are going to get some folks. We're going to play some Mahjong, get back to our basics. So please join us. I'm going to set up like a sign-up form that people can do to be like, hey, I want to play with you guys. That's going to be part of my project this week. So you can all come to the sign-up form, sign up to play. We'll pick people out. We'll start maybe building something up that we can do regularly, and we'll get our show on the road.
Excellent.
But for now, thank you all for watching.
Thank you all.
We're going to start our fade out. And here we go. We go to the fade out. Now we start with the... It's always our pleasure, Summer QM. I was just joking. It's okay to use bad words at me. Gemma does it all the time. All right, here's the outro music. I got to get outro music, man. I'm going to get some sick beats laid down.
Yes.
It's going to happen. All right. Farewell, everyone. We love you. We love
Bye.
you forever. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I'm watching until it goes to black, but it should go to black eventually.
Still going.
I
Still
love you.
going.